Sir, in last class we discussed how to build a smart contract using Solidity, and before that we discussed about Hyperledger, uh, Bitcoin, and Ethereum.
Okay. So, anybody else? If you can update me with what you have learned till now in the days back, in the 3 days back. Keshav, am I audible there?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Okay, so what I said that I wish to see the raise your hands, please, if you have participated in the remix programming of you have created the smart contracts on remix. People, please raise your hand. Good. So that means a lot of people have awareness about remix programming that we have done. Now, can anybody reply me if I ask the question, what is distributed system? You people can turn down your hands. My question is, can anybody reply me what is distributed system?
Sir, in the system in which the authority is not a single person or single organization, the database or the system is distributed over a network of.
Okay, good answer. Any other reply? Any other reply? Any other answer? So if no replies are there, should we start with the discussion on distributed systems, or we should start with consensus algorithms? Any response from your side, people?
So distributed system.
Okay, so let me start my. Okay, somebody is saying consensus algorithms. Okay, so we will be doing a mix of things. Just give me a moment. Let me set my writing pad. So are you getting my screen shared? Is my screen visible?
No, sir.
Okay.
Now it is visible, sir.
Okay. Yes, I feel it is now visible to everybody. And good. So Let us start with the discussion on distributed systems. So, if I say that uh, so it is not. I think it is not. If I start with the here, give me a moment. So I have used now a different screen, and I think my new screen is visible now. So if I if I talk about distributed systems, then the first thing in the distributed systems is the first attribute is it is a group of computers. Okay. What is the second attribute? The second attribute here is that all these computers are working together. Third attribute, what the third attribute is that all these systems have a common goal. Fourth, the fourth attribute is that these systems are decentralized. Now, if we have all these features that these have common goals, these are located at different points geographically, these are the systems or these are the nodes, and these have common goals. So what is an important thing is that they must have an underlying network through which these systems are connected. So the fifth thing is that there must be having some underlying network or computer network. So if this is the scenario, then what is an important conclusion? An important conclusion is that all these systems must be resilient to failure. Okay, so means there must be a fault tolerance. And as not as a black blockchain, but as a property of distributed system, these systems share load. These are fault tolerant, these are sharing load, making the things faster, making the things available. Okay, so what are the properties that has been inherited by the blockchain? The properties of distributed systems that has been inherited by blockchain are that it is also decentralized. The blockchain is also decentralized. Blockchain inherits some properties of cryptography also. It has inherited hash function from the cryptography. And one more thing that it has inherited from the web is the availability of dApps. That is the designing of dApps that we have studied yesterday. And it is being done for e-commerce. So dApps, e-commerce, hash function, network, distributed systems, decentralization. These all are the basics of blockchain. Means if we have to study blockchain, we have to study all these things. If a developer is going to design a blockchain, the developer has to study all these things. Now, an important thing of decentralization or blockchain is the most important thing is that when the things are distributed over network, the part of information that is present at every node should be same. Every node should be having the same information. Or same data. This is the most important property of a distributed system or blockchain. So how all the nodes carry same information? This has been felicitated. This has been felicitated with the use of consensus algorithm. Consensus algorithm means that if there are various nodes, he's saying something, he's saying something, he's saying something, he's saying something, 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 something. All nodes should agree. All nodes should agree on a single piece of information. Means if there are 8 friends, if there are 8 friends, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. If these are 8 friends and they have decided to have a party, so the party, the venue of the party, if he's saying that if the first friend is saying that we have to go to this restaurant R1, this is saying we have to go to R1, this is saying we have to go to R1. But if this friend is saying we have to go to R2, he's saying R2, he's saying R2, he's saying R2. So can you tell me where the party should happen? At R1 or R2? If he is also saying R2. So unanimously, the friends should agree at a uniform place that our party will happen at this restaurant, R1 or R2. So out of 8 people, 3 people are saying for R1 and 5 people are saying for R2. So can you people reply where the party should happen, R1 or R2?
R2, sir.
R2. Because why R2? Because more votes are there for R2. More votes are there for R2. This is the gist of consensus algorithm. Consensus algorithms says that consensus algorithm says that consensus algorithm says that the state of the blockchain, the state of the blockchain will be mutually agreed and mutually decided. What is to be written on blocks, what is to be written on blocks, which block is to be added. So there are various consensus algorithms. There are various consensus algorithms, and we will be discussing few of those algorithms right now. But consensus means which block is to be added is to be decided by the whole group of participants who are participating in the creation of blockchain. So if this is a blockchain, it is obvious that these links are connected with hashes. you people might be aware in the past days that we have read how this blockchain is there. If this is a block, this is a block, this is a block, so the hash of this block should be there in hash h, hash 2 of this block. If the total hash of this block is h2, so the third block should contain h2. If this is the, if the hash of third block is h3, so fourth block should contain h3. So it is practically impossible to change h3, because if h3 is changed, the hash of h3 will, if if the block 3 is changed, this hash 3 will change, and hash 3 will change, then hash 3 is there in block 4, so block 4 is to be changed. Similarly, we cannot change block 2, because if there is any slight change in block 2, the hash will change, h2 will change, and if h2 is changed, then this h2 will not match with this hash 2. So if there is a mismatch, that means the data is destroyed. So this is the core of blockchain, that the block X contains the hash of previous block X minus 1. Now, consensus algorithm in blockchain, consensus algorithm is blockchain says that there are various participants. There are various participants in the blockchain. So according to the transactions, T1, T2, T3, T4, what these participants will be doing, they will be creating their own blocks. Once the blocks are created, they will be announcing their blocks to everybody. Means all participants, there are different algorithms for different blockchain architectures, but what is the basic thing? The basic thing is they will create the blocks. Let us suppose that this is hash 4. So these all will create a block containing h4, and they will be announcing their blocks according to the transactions. These blocks will be containing these transactions also. So they will be creating their blocks and announcing their blocks. Now, whenever some participant has received the block from another participant, what they will do, they will quickly check whether the block is correct or not. If the block is correct, that block will be added in blockchain. This is our blockchain. That this will be the block 5 containing hash of 4. Whatever block is correct from this will be added. The point is that this block H4 will be the persistent one, and whenever we are creating the block 6 should only contain a uniform hash. It might possible that the candidate blocks contain different transactions, but the mutually agreed block should be only one. So how this is happening, is the target of today's lecture. How these things are happening, that how blocks are getting added, is the target of today's lecture. We have to study consensus algorithms. So I should stop for 1 minute and ask the participants, have you understood till now that what is the target of today's lecture? The target of today's lecture is to study the protocol that justifies how the blocks are added in blockchain. The blocks can be created by various people, but only a single block is to be added one at a time. Which block is to be chosen to be added in the blockchain uniformly, unanimously, is the consensus protocols or consensus algorithms. Various people are there in the scenario. Various people will be creating their blocks, but which block is to be added is the work of, is the goal of consensus algorithms. So I request the participants, some of the participants, if they can speak out what if they have studied till now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me move forward and now start the coding part.